I absolutely think that there's a connection between the body and the edit, in the rhythm in edit. I think that rhythm in film editing speaks directly to the spectator's body. So in a sense, it has a very powerful impact that is precognitive. At a certain point, you understand a story, you figure out a story, you follow the story's questions and so on and so forth. But before that, you feel it. You experience it body to body, if you will. And recent scientific research into something called mirror neurons provides a very solid background for this theory for me. It tells us that one of the core ways that we understand each other and communicate with each other is by recognition of movement, neural recognition of movement. So your neurons recognize movements that they see because they have already done them. In a sense, your body imitates movement that it sees. So you are bodily responding to movement that you see on screen. And this is a huge part of communication. And so what I am exhorting editors to do is to tune themselves to movement in the world so that they can strengthen their intuition in responding to movement in the rushes. My background is in dance, and when it was coming close to time for me to retire from active dancing, I was looking around trying to find what practical applications can I make to all of this accrued knowledge that I have of 35 years of dancing, since you start when you are not and you go forward from there. And one of the things that I found, the key thing that I found as a practical application of my body of knowledge was editing. And the reason I think that editing is something that is strongly related to dance is that what the editor does is shape movement to make meaning. They shape the movement of story, the movement of emotion, and the movement of images and sounds. And that's what a choreographer does. And in a sense, that's what a dancer does, is interpret the choreographer's intention to make meaning. So both dance and choreography, particularly a choreographer is the person who makes a composition of movement to make meaning. And that, of course, is what the editor is doing as well. There's another aspect of it, though, that I came to realize as I was doing my studies in editing, which was that I have a kind of living, breathing knowledge of dance theory, particularly Laban theory. Laban was a dance theorist who put forward the notion that we understand movement by its use of time, space, energy, and shape or gesture. The editor's tools, the editor's material that they are shaping are time, movement, and energy. The problem is that two of those are invisible. You can't see time and you can't see energy. What you can see is movement. And time and energy are, of course, expressed in movement. So what the editor really has to shape is movement. And that's directly analogous to what a choreographer has to shape.